And
Hello, everyone.
you're right, guys. It's
This is iRequirePwnage and
I require gaming, and this is the gaming lounge.
Gaming Lounge.
Gamers
First episode of
lounge, either one.
Gamers Log Gaming Lounge. Gamers
Yeah,
Lounge. Sounds better.
yeah,
Okay. So, this is our first episode of our podcast, actually, as a matter of fact, isn't it?
yeah. It is. It's our first episode.
I'd
It's
like,
gonna go good. Hopefully, anyway.
I'd like to thank iRequire Gaming as well. He came up with the idea.
It's just get us out there a bit, spread our words.
Good
Gotta get
choice.
known. If you guys wanna go check us out on YouTube, well, I'm iRequire Gaming on YouTube. He's iRequirePwnage. Yeah, just type us in. You should be able to find us.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Alright. Talk about yourself a bit, Joe, so our
Say, well,
viewers.
I'm 15, and I like to play video games. Different video games from stuff like Call of Duty, Minecraft, Battlefield 3. I play a different variety of games. I go from adventure to shooters, first person shooters, and yeah, uh, very sporty, very sporty at all. And I like to ride my bike, play football. I know you don't like football as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hate
but
it.
yeah, people have their opinions. I'm
Fair
15,
enough.
still go to school, but
Of course.
heck, I don't mind. School bores me though, so I can't wait to finish next year. Wait, do we finish
Same.
next year?
Yeah, we finish next year because we get the choice to either go to college or we go to work. I think so.
Or we can stay in school and carry on learning.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the college.
I don't think I'm going to college.
Yeah, you should come to the college, and go to the one that I'm going to. It's pretty cool.
You're going to Liverpool University.
We're all met.
Yeah, we live in the
We're
just
all.
outside of Liverpool, which because whenever you mention where about we live, like where all people just go, where? Some people in Liverpool even themselves go, where's the Wirral?
I
It's
know I
like,
came across someone like that on Xbox.
I was sat there like, you don't know where the Wirral is, mate. Seriously, and you live there. Next to it, should I say anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird life. Yeah, so you want to tell them about you?
Well, I'm Brad. I'm 15, like Joe. We know each other from school. The nerdy equivalent of him. I'm the more nerdy one. I like adventure games, but only like Age of Conan and you know, like some adventure games. And my favorite games are much like Saints Row, Call of Duty, and Minecraft, really. And I do like to be sporty sometimes, but that depends on what sporty activity it is. And YouTube's like my life.
No kidding, isn't it? It's all your life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Just
all
do
my
your
life.
life.
Mhm.
Everything revolves around YouTube with you.
Yeah. Gotta make sure I
Uh,
get my videos uploaded.
yeah, me too. I haven't uploaded in a while actually. What's going
Same.
on
What's
about?
the video I've got? I had to delete my open lobby for highlights because I might be getting partnered. I mean, directorship from Mystery Gamers TV, and I don't want any copyrighted material on my channel, so keep it
Oh, so you
professional.
had to delete all your copyrighted material.
Yeah, but I've got music that's got non-copyright, like Noise Storm on, that game award thing, that video I done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's non-copyrighted because that's by Noise Storm, and I gave them credit for it. And I don't think I added something in there, which was the fair use of law. I don't think that I added that in there because I forgot to. It was one of my lazy days,
Yeah.
and I'll have to do that. So, yeah.
And, so what could we talk about today? I'd say we should, I reckon our subject today should be about gaming itself. Like I'm a really big Skyrim fan.
Yeah,
Really
I'm much of like I am a COD fan, but it's mostly Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 that entertain me the most because with COD 4, it's like where the snipers originated from, so it's where quickscoping originated from, and I preferred the good old quick scoping to today.
And believe it or not, I was just gonna bring out a video today of a golden MSR from of Modern Warfare 3, and I was gonna title it what was the word? What was it called? I was gonna title it sniping. How you should no, oh god, I forgot what I called it now. I was gonna call it. That was it. Sniping the real way, and then it was gonna be like a hard scoping video. Like, and I was kind of commentate over it, like talking about how like everyone's just got so caught up these days in quick scoping that they forgot about like the actual vein of where sniping came from, and that
As much as
was
like,
from aiming down your sight and getting them kills.
yeah, but like it's mostly the quick scoping that entertains me. It's just trick shotting that doesn't entertain me much anymore because you have to like know so many buttons and you gotta do so many techniques. And I only know one trick shot, which is called a pistol switch. I don't
Yeah,
even can't even do that properly. Anyway, I just preferred it because I was a live player a while ago, but I wasn't for so long because my Xbox broke like a month after I got live for the first time. So I played a bit of COD 4 and everyone was using quickscope and I was like, this is a good way. Learned about it in a bit, got to quickscoping. And now everybody's trick shot and I'm like, oh god,
it's like everyone's lost like
the main aspect.
where sniping actually came from. Because if you
Yeah.
go into like the army these days, I always use this as an example when I'm having a go at a quick scoper or something like that. Says I'm a hard scoper because I'm aiming down my sight. But really, I always use this as an example. You don't go into the army and you don't stand there when you're shooting the Taliban or something like that and you start 360 no scoping them, do you? You have if you miss like a shot when you're a sniper in the army, you will be like
Shot
done.
dead.
You will be done. Your team is gave away there, like your actual squad. Their position is give away unless you actually kill the rest of them then, which is ridiculous because people quickscope these days and they act like they do it in the army and all that,
I
and
know.
they just forgot where the heart of sniping came from, and that's what I was trying to get at today on my video, but I prestiged, so I never got the video out. I could try and find it, but God, it would be a while.
uh,
I went like 40 to like 15 on like mission or something like that. It was.
that's good. Yeah, I've got a good question for you.
Yeah, go on.
If you could be any game character from any game, what would you be and why?
Ooh, hard question.
I know.
Um, ah, I don't know. I think I'd have to pick Scooby Doo. I don't know. Just Scooby Doo. Look at him. Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
you just like as time went on, I'm always a Scooby Doo fan. I'm still a Scooby Doo fan now, and I'm 15. I still love Scooby Doo. And oh my god, I remember when I was around about 13 months. Here's a story for you. We were on the way down to Wales because my nan lives down there. So we were on the way down there, and it takes around
Yeah.
about 4 hours. And we stopped off at a petrol station to get some petrol. And my mum was like, "Oh, you want a comic book?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she brought out a Scooby Doo comic book. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like freaking out, properly freaking out. And because I was a big Scooby Doo fan in the like back then, like majorly big Scooby Doo fan, I had like a life-sized Scooby Doo toy, and that went in the car with me, like everywhere I went.
Yeah, you just
And
took it everywhere.
I like used to cuddle up with it, and it used to be like literally like a pillow for me. I used to use it as like a pillow and all that on my bed, and it was around about like 3 pillows thick, but it was an actual teddy. And I got this comic book right, and as I opened it up, I saw there was like join this fan club today, and I remember thinking about it a couple of months ago. And as I was in this, like looking at it, I was like, "Oh wow! Imagine if I actually joined a Scooby Doo fan club." But then I remember reading some text that my mum never told me about, and it said you must be 18 or over to join this club. And I was sat there like thinking in my mind a couple of months ago, like, now why would that be? Just thinking like getting a message like through my door going like, well done, you're fucked. Or like, yes, I'm 15 years old now. You've been part of the Scooby Doo fan club for 5 years now. You're a sad little wannabe. How do you feel? No, but Scooby Doo is legendary though. Cause oh,
Yeah,
should we say the joke I figured out? Well, I got told the other day.
go
Of the
on.
Scooby Doo one. As you grow up, you start to learn that Shaggy is just a normal crackhead who talks to dogs and always has the munchies.
I saw that the other day.
It's so true though. That's the thing.
That is.
As you grow up, you just figure out that he's a crackhead that talks to dogs and has always got the munchies. uh,
So
yeah. So
Scooby Doo would be your character.
yeah, what would your and yeah, there's just like I'd pick him because he's just like a legendary character to be, and they always have video games of him now. I
Yeah.
remember used to playing them on like my Game Boy and not on like the 2D versions, and I never understood it. I bet if I went back and played them now, I would understand what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who would you
MLG
pick?
fun. I'd, I'd, I'd probably pick Ezio from Assassin's Creed because he's really interesting, and I have played Assassin's Creed quite a while ago, but it was the
Yeah,
original Assassin's Creed,
yeah.
and I gotta say, like when I first played it, I was just like amazed. I just looked at the screen for hours. I probably wasn't even playing right. I was just free running on it. And I was just like, I would want to be this guy so much.
I've got every Assassin's Creed except for the latest one out. And the newest one, it's actually set in the 1600s, you know.
I know. I was watching Inside Gaming Daily.
Yeah, same. It's on there, and they have like fan art and all that, and it's like when like Lincoln was around or something like that. I don't know when he was around, but I'm just saying like when Lincoln was around.
I'm sure it's like the 1700s he was
It was something
around.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But it,
that was a good question.
yeah, I don't know. And I was just thinking about it because Machinima, they said it on one of their Facebook posts, and I was like, that's actually a good question, that. So,
Yeah. It was let's say like here's one. Here's what you do. Like here's a question for you. What would you do like as a job, whether or not that you got paid?
well, be that because I'd probably pick YouTubing because it is actually really, it's like a fun thing to do because if I enjoy the job, I enjoy it. I get, I don't get popularity yet,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed making videos for like people to watch and give feedback about, and I'm just like, that's actually really helpful because if it wasn't for YouTube, I think most people, well, not most, but quite a lot of people would have a job that they wouldn't enjoy. For example, Woody's gamer tag. He used to be an accountant when he was a kid, and he
Yeah.
didn't enjoy it. And since he's been YouTubing, he's doing it as a job and everything, and that's actually really helpful.
Remember when Woody's gamer tag was telling like, because he does the Mail Monday thing, and
Yeah,
like people send him messages literally about everything. And like
I
I
know.
know the one main thing that everyone sends him in a message about is, I know it sounds like a bit crazy to say, but most people send him messages about like when they want to commit suicide,
I
and
know it's like suicide ones, isn't it?
yeah, and it's mainly because Woody's gamer tag. Like some people don't know this, but Woody's gamer tag actually, like when he was younger,
He
he
attempted,
he attempted to commit suicide, but like the hook that
tried to
he'd
hang
hung
himself on
himself on snapped,
skylight.
and
It
it
was
just
a
like
skylight.
broke.
Yeah, it was a skylight. It was that he tried to do it on, and it broke. And I think like after that, he was just thinking, this is probably a sign, because if it was me, I'd be like, because that couldn't happen. Either that or it's just me being fat. But it's just either way, it's just, if you think about it, it's just amazing what the human mind can make up for you, isn't it? Because you
Yeah,
could have
man.
bad luck, and then now he's like
Proper
700,000.
YouTube famous.
I know. I mean, someday like to be in his spot as well.
Yeah. You got anything to say then? Like, I know. I would say, like, for my question, like, what I would do as a job, really, because, like, you said you would do YouTube and whether or not you got paid.
Yeah.
To be honest, for me, I wouldn't want to be paid. I would like to be paid, but I wouldn't mind if I
Yeah.
didn't get paid for doing like a weekend job or something like that. And this is something I've always been like a fan of. Well, not fan of, but always just been supporting. And that is like the RSPCA and all that, where they like dogged kennels, where people like come along, check if they want a dog or not and stuff like that. And that's where I got my dog. I got my dog in Liverpool. Nah, he
I
was
got my dog on
abandoned.
Christmas.
He was an
Oh,
abandoned dog, and he was only in there for 5 days, I think. We got him when he's 3. Now he's just going 8. He's just coming
my
up to his 8th
dog's
year now.
yeah, my dog's 4, and he my dad got him from Anglesey, and on Christmas he told me and my sister to go check the car, so we did, and we just like we opened the front door of the car, and there's just this dog, and he's just like looking up at us, and I was just like, oh my God, you're serious? A dog like that? I'm amazed.
You stole a dog? Dad, you could get arrested for this. I didn't steal the dog. Dad, how dare you steal the dog?
I bought it. Oh.
Uh, now you've ruined my fun. I remember my mate across the road. I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah, he got his dog for Christmas a couple of years ago, and his
Yeah,
dad came in because his dad was working a night a like a morning shift on Christmas Day.
yeah.
And as he was working on Christmas Day, he came in like wearing all this a big woolly hat on. And as he came in with the woolly hat on, the hat was moving, and inside like he just went, "Dad, what's in your hat?" And he ended up taking off the hat, and there was just a dog inside the hat.
I don't know whether that's cute or abuse.
They just put the puppy inside the hat, and I was thinking like, "Oh, that's so cute," but like thinking, why would you put the dog in a hat? You can just like put it in your pocket, like all the Hollywood girls do. They just put them like the puppy in your pocket type of thing, like puppy in my pocket, chilling around with like the puppy that's got like some like the chihuahua with like a vest on or something, like sunglasses saying like LA heart or something.
What the hell
Just,
do you want?
you know, I haven't seen that. But they put the puppy in like the handbag, and you just see the puppy's head outside outside the handbag. Like, why am I here?
I think it's probably thinking this is
Help
torture, just
me!
let me go.
Help me! Help! Help! Imagine what it'd be like when they get out. They'd start having like a fit. Like, oh my god, what the hell's this under my feet?
I've got fake tan on me paws.
Oh, but yeah. Yeah, so I'd pick the RSPCA, to be honest, for like a job.
Yeah, we went from jobs to dogs getting like bagged.
Getting puppy in my pocketed by LA girls.
Right, I think we should stop it here because it's been about 10 minutes.
Oh, I
Uh,
say we
10,
carry on.
I'd say about 15, 20 minutes maximum.
I'd say we do another like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think it goes about, I think it goes 10,000 kilobytes per 10 minutes. I'm not sure how it goes.
Yeah,
Because I
well,
wrote,
I'm running on around about 9,200 kilobytes.
I'm on 9,256.
Yeah, same.
Oh, alright then.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. For these past like couple, for these like last 10 odd minutes, I think we should talk about how gaming's evolved.
Yeah, go on.
Like, if you like, you look at, God, what the hell was the first console?
It was, and in oh no, what was it? I think it was a. Oh
I'm
no,
sure it was. I'm sure it was a Nintendo or a Game Boy. But like a.
I think it was a. Oh, what's it called?
Anyway, right. Let's just carry on. Anyway, if we look at like the old
It was an
old console,
Odyssey, wasn't it?
I think it was an Odyssey,
It
yeah.
was Magan. It the Maganog. Can't even say it. Odyssey. I'll just go with Odyssey because I can say that word.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever the first console was, we're not too sure. Anyway, the first console, they had like it was like 8-bit games, wasn't it? So it was like 8-bit non-color or something, or like Mario games and all that. If you look at Mario games now, like Mario games in the past, they were like
Pac-Man.
um yeah, Pac-Man for example. It's a good choice actually. They've got like it's like 8-bit, isn't it? So it's like pixely.
Actually, you won't believe this, but actually the first ever console, because I've just typed it up here really silently so no one can hear it. It's called the Megan Meganova. I can't say the word Odyssey, and it's like Meganova or something like that with an X at the end. It was made in 1972. They
Wow.
sold 330,000 of them.
Do you think they still sell them?
Probably, and it was the first ever thing, and they sold. They actually didn't have that many games. Mario wasn't even a part of that list.
Yeah, Mario didn't come in until like the 80s, wasn't it?
I think
80s, early 90s.
they were mostly like sport games, to be honest. Like that got sold. Stuff
Yeah, now it's Call of Duty.
there's stuff like it's called dogfight, cat and mouse, football, handball. It's just stuff like that. It's
Well,
not
I think
really
that's fair. Like, if you look at games from the past, they didn't have good graphics because they didn't have good design and programs.
yeah,
But
and it's
if you look at games now, it's just like, look how much we've
3D and
achieved. Look,
the
look how much we've achieved in like 40 odd years.
the amount well, actually no, yeah, it's been around about 41 years since the
Yeah,
first ever game console was made.
wow. So, like, 41 years. Even like in the 80s and the 90s, like, still had bad graphical games, but they were
Yeah.
improving because they started to get good colors and all that. Ah, I was whacked myself in the eye with my headphone. Ah, right.
Ah, this is
Ah,
how the actual the first ever generation of gaming was the Mega Novex Odyssey. There we go. I think I said it right. And then the second generation was an Atari.
yeah, the Ataris, they were actually pretty popular back in the
It's
ages.
Atari looks like a radio.
Hang on, I'm just gonna switch on my light. Sorry for that loud noise.
And then sorry about the just clearing my throat. The third
Ah,
generation was a NES.
yeah, and
The fourth no, the fourth generation was the Sega Mega Drive.
ooh, are you the Sega Mega Drive? It was
No,
really
Sega
popular.
Genesis was
Oh
called.
yeah, the
Then
Genesis, that was a good one.
the fifth generation was the PlayStation 1.
Oh my god.
Sixth generation was the PS2. Seventh PS Xbox 360.
No,
Eighth
when you
PS
say
the
original,
Wii.
huh?
I don't think
And
they've
now was
actually they haven't counted the modern PlayStation 3 as a part of the generations.
that's because it doesn't deserve to be honest, joking. Anyway,
We're
anyway.
Xbox guys. But yeah, I've got to say,
Huh?
from the look of the consoles, as it's actually started off, they've started really big and thin. But it seems to be now, they're starting to get chunkier and smaller.
Yeah, that's what you're right there. Actually, you know.
It's actually like that. Like the more I'm guessing, because they're making it chunkier because they're adding more stuff to it. Like they're adding like all these components now, like Wi-Fi, Blu-ray. They're adding all these stuff to it now, which is obviously gonna make it bigger.
Yeah,
Because
like
back then they just had wires and a motherboard to like make it all run.
yeah, and that was it really. And if you think about it though, look how far we've came in even technology, like all sorts of technology, like TV. Like back in the 70s, my mum told me this. It was like little weird looking TVs, but it wasn't like futuristic looking. It was like it was usually now a 70s TV looks. It's like old and like looks like it's the base is out of wood and all that, and it's black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they were in like the 40s and everything, and you know, and they were really rare and all that.
I,
Now, in
yeah.
like every room, there's like a TV in every room, and it would be flat screen even. Like mine's a 32-inch Technica,
Oh
and
wow, I'm
it's
looking at the picture of it now. First ever TV.
yeah, I know. Like just think how big of a step we came.
Like, I know this is gonna like be true. I'm gonna say this is true, but like, have you ever seen Grown Ups?
Yeah.
Like when that with Adam Sandler.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he plays. Like they're playing. They go on. They play the role of a young basketball team who win a big league and all that, and then the next, like they go on to 40 years later when they all have kids, all that type of stuff, and they
yeah.
go to this campsite they went to when they were younger. And as they were younger, like their kids go up to the TV and they go like, "What's this box behind the TV?" And Adam Sandler just goes, "That's the TV, son." Like
It's
that just
because like
shows how
my
much
kids.
kids today are used to having flat screens and not like the first ever generation TVs.
I know, like they'd probably think like if you ask me, I think it'd be like spoiled because you know the kids are spoiled in it because if you look, they're like a richish family, aren't they? In the
Yeah.
actual in the film, and you know because they've got their own like housemaid and all that,
Mm.
and then I just look at it and I go, that's actually weird that because I used to have not a flat screen. I used to have like a a CRT, I think it is called, you know them big ones,
Oh
because I
yeah,
think in
yeah.
year nine
I
we
used to
got
have
taught
one of them.
about it. Yeah, I had one as well, and I used to use my PS2 on it all the time because I had a PS2, and now I've got like a 360 and a PVR and a TV, and I'm just like,
I used
oh,
to play the Xbox 360 on that TV.
I didn't. I think the first time I played my 360, I think it was on. You've seen my 15-inch plasma, haven't you? That like
Yeah.
really old. Yeah, I think that was the first time I ever played a 360 on that.
Hmm. I Oh, what was it? I was. My mum and dad were telling me, like when my mum was younger, she there was the whole road. There was only one TV. It was averaged out on like every road. There was at least one TV. Like when
Oh yeah.
TVs had first came out and all that. And my mum was telling me that when her dad was younger, they had a TV, and it was the only TV on the whole road. And kids from the whole road used to come down to their house, and they used to all gather up and watch the TV. And like because there was only three main channels, I think it was three main channels of the TV, where
Yeah.
there was BBC One, Two, and Three or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm just
Yeah,
going with
BBC's
that.
been around the longest.
Yeah, and the kids programs used to be on from like 9 till 12 or something like that it was. So all the kids on the street used to come down and watch the TV on like the weekends and that when they didn't have school. And
Oh.
they used to go and watch the TV, and then and then after that there was like an hour break, and then all the adult TV came on.
Ooh. Anyway,
Cheeky.
anyway, I think we should wrap up the podcast now. It's been about 15 odd minutes, so I
Yeah,
think
so
all right.
uh, if you want to go check my channel out, guys, it's iRequire youtube.com/iRequireGaming.
And for me, youtube.com/iRequirePwnage.
And yeah, so this is our first podcast. Don't know what we're gonna call it yet, but whatever
Gamers
it
Lounge.
is, yeah, I think we'll call it Gamers Lounge. I think
Yeah,
it
let's
is
go with that.
anyway.
Yeah.
And then, so thanks for watching, guys.
I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.